we're trying to become somebody that we're not. I'm not gringa. I'm not European. I'm Dominican and Latina. I have an accent. So what? It doesn't matter that I'm not perfect.
Welcome to I Got an Accent, so what?
Thank you.
Anny Carolina, how we doing?
I'm great. Thank you.
I love that. Anny Carolina is the most politically correct person I've ever known. She goes, yes, I'm good. But what she doesn't tell you is she's the other part of the party animal that we have in our admin staff. She's our pipeline manager at the JG Signature team. Our newest manager that she's already in February, right? You started with us February, March?
Something like that.
But definitely I wanted to bring her because, again, that's the other half that I was telling you guys, Jangna, in our previous interview. They both are the one that make my
boo-boo.
We call my Candy Crush, my boo-boo, my honey bear, my everything.
Mi princesa del Oriente.
We're the one that make Leticia's job a little bit go faster because they never stop talking.
That's right.
But Anny Carolina is from our beautiful island, Dominican Republic, DR. My
Plátano power.
She said it. This sexy girl that 24/7 she's doing stories over songs. She's like, and we're always making fun of her. But welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to my podcast.
Thank you. I'm shy. I'm a little bit nervous, so I'm sweating my hands and everything.
She sweat
normally
compulsively. But because she's a nervous girl. But listen, once you get to know her, she's super open, very expressive.
Yes.
Very passionate.
Yes, that's right.
And super teamwork.
Yes.
She sees everything positive in everybody. And you're such a, breath of fresh air, And we've been super blessed to have you. And we've seen a huge, huge change in our administration from the past administrations that are no longer with us. But thank you so much for everything you've done for the JG Signature team.
Thank you.
In such a short time.
Thank you so much. I'm super happy to be here, and to be part of this team. The first time she interviewed me, right? She didn't get me. And then she called me again. This is something that I have to say. And I was super happy to be here. I'm like, oh my God, this is the place I want to work. I was super happy. I say, I belong here from day one. And my friends know that because I tell them. And then when you call me, I respond you in 1 minute. Right or wrong?
True. Raya refer you to us. Raya is one of their top producers in G-World Properties. And Raya is just an amazing individual. She has so many, customer service oriented. Is this girl that she knows so many people. And we needed a pipeline manager. And she said, oh, I have the girl for you. But previously you came for an interview for an office manager position. Yes. Somebody wanted, but I want that girl for whenever there's an opening. And I believe month and a half later, I call you.
Less than a month, I believe. But I was so happy because when you say, oh no, we take somebody else, but I'm like, oh my God, I didn't like her. What happened? What was wrong? What happened? But I feel that that was my job. But it's all right.
It was meant to be because in that position, she was not going to be so directly to me and Jeremy. Now you are directly with us in the sense that, like I said, super teamwork. We give you deadlines and we give you strategy, and we allow you to flow in your own essence. And it's being a tremendous switch for our whole entire team and admin. And we could not be no more blessed than to have you.
Thank you.
And because she's from Dominican Republic and she's an immigrant and she has an accent.
So what?
She's here.
Thank you.
So we're going to start having some questions. These girls are tremendous. You have no idea. Las dos son dos loquitas in a good sense. And when I invited both of them, like I said, the first thing I said, you both cannot be in the show together because we will never finish.
We're gonna break the record.
We're gonna switch you both. But before we start this, I want you guys to rate. My producer's like, you're too late. Rate, download, share, comment, follow us. And I got an accent, so what? It's been this amazing project for me, having this podcast. But the most beautiful thing is the amount of love that I've got, especially us, our Latino people, and having an accent is huge, having people to connect with us, Carolina.
Yes.
And today we're going to start with you.
Oh.
On this question that she has no idea.
Ay, mi madre.
I know she comes from same thing as Yagna, you guys both came from, middle class, higher class, comfortable in DR, How old were you when you came to the United States?
20 to 21.
Okay,
almost.
so we're young.
Yeah.
And you went straight where?
I went straight to Pennsylvania, where my grandma used to live. And then we spent a few months over there. And after that, we went to the Bronx. I think 80% of Dominicans goes there. And then we come here to Orlando.
But
and
you
then,
left.
And then I moved to New York again because of a relationship. And then I come back.
You came back. So how long did you live in New York?
Honestly, 6-7 years almost.
So it was a long time. So that was the longest residency that you had here in the United States.
Yeah.
Awesome. So 2021, you have so many dreams. You just came out of, you study what in DR?
Marketing. I have my bachelor in marketing, like Jagna too. I love my career. I love it.
Awesome. How was your life in DR?
It was great. It was a pretty normal life. I was in the university, going out every weekend with my girls, going to the movies, to the ice cream places. Every week I was trying some new restaurant, the beach, it was pretty good.
When did you decide I just want to go to the United States?
Actually, it was never my decision. Actually, I never want to live here. It was never my dream. I feel so patriotic and I love my country so much that I never imagined that I'm going to live in the United States.
Oh, wow.
But what happened was that my grandma filed the papers for my mom. Because I was underage. It was but when I was 21, it was when the process finished. So luckily, I got my residency. Residency, right?
Your green card?
Free. I never applied for anything. And of course, I just finished university. I'm young. What I'm going to do alone? My mom told me that if I want to stay in the art, but come on, and I have a good job over there. Like I say, I always travel. I have my car. Good area, my environment, my friends was there, my dad. But my main and primary family supposed to leave and come here. So I feel that that's where I supposed to be.
That's why you thought you're it's not, it's basically it's something that Hispanic parents put in us, in that age. If our parents go there, we're supposed to go there.
And, and I wasn't married. I wasn't nothing. So
that's a cultural trait. Yeah. Americans is more like the kids are 18. They want to live their life. Actually, they want to leave their house and they want to go to other cities and other countries and just experience, But Hispanics we're very attached. So your grandma reclama a tu mama.
Yes.
So she lo reclama. No idea how we say it in English.
Because
but she gives her citizenship to come to the States, right?
Yeah, and my mom, that was her dream for a lot of years. Not because she was in a bad situation, but because she felt alone. Because she had 5 brothers and sisters, and they was all here. My grandma was here. Okay. She feel that she want to be close to them or a little bit trying to have the life here. And if doesn't work, come back. You never lose anything if you try. Right or wrong?
Absolutely. So then you follow your mom and you live in New York for 6 years. How was it there? How was it living in New York?
Well, it was cool. I think New York is not only a state. New York is a culture. New York is a universe. Because, like I say, I was living in Pennsylvania, then New York, then come here and live a few years, and then I come back. I feel like 60% New Yorker and 40% Floridian. But New York teach me more things than any other state, country that I've been. That was a lot of experiences living over there.
What do you learn or what do you acquire? What New York taught you? I know your answer.
It's a lot of, no, but it taught me a lot of things. That, oof. It's like a school. It's a master.
We talked about it. We have talked about it so much. But what is the number one thing? If you have to pinpoint one thing that you learned from New York that you have taken it with you and you apply it, what would that be?
Being resilient. That's one of and focus.
Mm-hmm.
Because New York is a lot of things happening. It's really...
It's a fast city.
It's a fast city, but you learn how to think fast, to make money fast, to do everything fast. Like, if you don't rush yourself, the time is going to consume you. Mm-hmm. And I don't want that. If you live day by day, you're never going to do anything, at least in New York or anywhere. But in New York, most because there's a lot of distractions.
Yes.
A lot of parties, a lot of everything, you know, a lot of alcohol, a lot of... So if you don't focus yourself,
you can get lost in it.
Yeah.
So it's true that you say you're 60% New Yorker because we always talk about it and we laugh about it. Mm-hmm. I thought you were going to say the hustler part of it because New York, I've never seen more hustler than New Yorker in the way that they just, what you said, very resilient and it's how quick they jump into things and they see opportunity. And that's very admirable. Who inspires you?
Me.
That quick?
Yeah. I always know that answer.
Why you?
I don't want to sound egocentric because everybody say, oh, my mom inspired me, my son. I don't have a son. An artist, you know, but it will be a little bit, this is a podcast, right? It's supposed to be sincere.
Yes.
And yeah, it's a lot of part that I admire of my mom, of my dad, of friends, but not 100%. And sometimes when the door is closed. Yeah, when the door is closed and you're alone, and a lot of part of my life I've been alone in a lot of moments. Who inspired me? Me. Because I have to grow for me. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of moments of your life that you need to be your inspiration. Because everybody can fail on you, but you can never fail on yourself. Right or wrong?
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Love that answer. Love that answer. That's the only question I copy for what she was saying. Say this. Ask me this. Ask me that. I honestly was not expecting that. And I love it. How do you keep your head up during tough times?
I think having good habits, but how I have good habits. Mm-hmm. First of all, because my mom teach me to love God, and I feel that I try to, in the bad moments, looking for God, looking for myself, and trying to process and do what I consider is good habits for myself, you know? In the bad times, I'm not going to be drinking or doing a lot of, I try to go to church, pray, be with my family, my friends, people that I feel loved. I like to read a lot. I like to go to the gym.
What's your favorite book?
Well, I have multiple ones, but right now I'm a little bit nervous to go. And I'm forgetting a lot of things right now that I would like to say. But
the one book that you said, man, that book I will always
Can I
take.
check on my phone? Because I have a list here of the books that I've been reading.
Absolutely.
And let me tell you one that is one of my favorites.
You told me you were reading one.
Yeah, but no, there's a lot of... Okay. I like this one a lot.
What is it?
If you believe, you believe. But in Spanish is... Si lo crees, lo creas. Actually, I don't know why that translation...
If you believe, you create it.
You create it, but it say if you believe, you believe. Mm-hmm. That's one of my favorite ones.
Who's the writer?
Brian Tracy. But
what do you like about it?
Because it's one of the mindset that I have too, and when I read it, and I know that I'm in the right path. When somebody else say it, not me, I'm like, okay, I'm in a good way. Because if you're positive, if you believe in good things, if you believe that this is happening, it's going to happen. I believe in that.
True. You always talk about that, and that's something very inspiring from you. What has been your biggest challenge?
My biggest challenge? I feel the attachment from a lot of things that I love in my life. Like starting from coming here to this country. I came when I was 21. I feel that my life was finished because, oh my God, all my friends are there. I have everything there, you know. Things, having breakups, you know, and a lot of things. Moving one state to another one, you always feel that you're losing something.
Yeah.
So the attachment that I'm creating with things, with people, with places, with situations, I think that's the biggest challenge to how to do that, honestly.
Have you ever experienced a heartbreak?
Oh, yeah. I think like 2 times.
2 times? Wow.
Yeah.
What was your process of healing?
First of all, I think at the beginning you always feel bad, you know, I feel bad, like, oh my God, why this is happening? But then with the age and with the time, I learned that everything happened for a reason, and it's always something better. And I learned with those breakups that the biggest love of my life is myself. It's not gonna be anybody. And of course, God, you know, but first is the love that you have for yourself. And sometimes when you put so much love into somebody else, you forgot about yourself.
So can you say that maybe that self-love and confidence came through those breakups?
Yeah. And I love it.
So it was something good?
Yes, that's what I'm saying, that everything happened for a good reason. And I'm happy that those breakups happened to me. I'm lucky.
I love that. I love that answer. I love everything about that, because in one of the videos that has been blowing up on Instagram, I talked about abstinence and obedience. Somebody was commenting, and you know, the lady, she had 3 husbands and 3 breakups, and you can see her pain and her jadedness, and you're like, wow, if you're not thankful for those things, means that you have not learned the reason why those breakups happen. And just to hear your answer lets me know that you not only heal correctly, but you found the purpose of something that supposedly was there to bring you down. And that is the reason why I consider you a very strong Latina woman and very inspiring. And your whole entire inspiration career is just getting started. And within that question, I want to know, how important is identity for you as a Latina woman?
I'm super proud. You know, I feel that having identity as a Latina woman, that means that you are proud of your roots, of who you are. Sometimes we try to become somebody that we're not. I'm not gringa. I'm not European. I'm Dominican and Latina. I have an accent. So what? You know, it doesn't matter that I'm not perfect. And when you start loving who you are, you grow. And you. If you don't feel proud of where you come from, where are you going? Where are you going?
You heard that? Can you say it again for the people in the back?
If you're not proud of where have you come or where you from or what your parents are, why?
You don't know where you're going.
One time I was in the store. I used to managing a furniture store in New York. And a lady told me, "Oh, you look so Latina," but in a bad way. And I say, "Yes, I am Latina." What do you want me? I don't feel offended. Actually,
yes, you are. You're not blind.
I'm like, she's trying to offend me with the truth. Mm-hmm. Why I'm gonna be offended if whatever? My dad is short. My mom is white or big. Why? That's what I supposed to love where I come from.
I love that.
Yeah.
And we talked about, actually, funny enough, one of the things that we talk a lot in our admin team, it's identity. Yeah.
We talk about a lot of things.
I mean, guys, seriously, in a serious note, we talk about that. We're like, man, the three of us be psychologists, because
mastermind.
We call it our mastermind, because we go deep, but deep that sometimes I'm like, wow. And it's beautiful to have like-minded individuals, mm-hmm. you know, because our past and where we came from, you know, there's a saying that says, when you don't know where you came from, you don't know where you're heading, mm-hmm. you know, and it's owning up to that. And deepness is our second name, we can say, because mm-hmm. our questions and it's funny because we actually deliberate and we actually every situation
we do like a conspiracy in the room and we feel like, oh my God,
it must be because of
this and this happened because of this, and I'm like, wow.
Manny, we will be winning so much money. We bet money on all of those theories that we have with Anny Carolina.
This is, I think this is nothing compared to everything we talk. Mm-hmm. Very, very deep, everything.
Passionate girl, very passionate. And one of the things that I admire you the most is your self-love. That you know who you are, you know your defect, and you embrace it. Mm-hmm. And that's something that I used to embrace it silently, mm-hmm. thanks to my amazing angel that God have sent me my path. And guys, I'm not leaving nothing, but God sent me this individual, which is Leticia, and she's just so amazing to help me be vocal about the things that make me who I am. Because of things like that, I didn't want to offend anybody. And at the end of the day, who give a rat ass mm-hmm. of who you offend with your truth or who you offend with your experiences? Mm-hmm. They're yours. And if you don't like it, just turn off or just don't watch it. But that's what makes us who we are. And as a passionate girl, you have an opportunity to speak to that younger Carolina. What would you have told her?
Love yourself first all the time. I think that's what I've been learning. And that if I knew that before, but everything has to happen so I can grow. I think this is the journey of life is mm-hmm. for know what you don't know, you know, for learn things that you don't know, and that because some people, you know, they have confidence since they are little child. Sometimes mm-hmm. you need to develop mm-hmm. that capacity of self-love and
absolutely.
All that. And that doesn't mean I'm not going to love you as my friend, as my mom, as my... But you need to love yourself first, all the time.
Yes. I preach that all the time. If you cannot love yourself, there's no way that you can love your neighbor and you can love anything connected to you. We are a flower in a garden that we need to give love first so everything else can bloom and can evolve into beautiful gardens of life. There's so much death. There's so much dryness. There's so much hate that it has to start with us. It has to start with us accepting the beautiful thing God created in us and being obedient with the purpose and the calling we have in our life. Because then if not, we're really wasting our time, guys. Think about that. If you guys consider ourselves as an opportunity that between millions of people, you're the one that went into that egg and won. You raced. You're already a winner.
You're a winner.
And God picked you and you were born. Make sure that life is with a purpose. Make sure that life is to impact somebody. Make sure you're even vocal of experiences that God, gave you in that opportunity. So thank you for that self-love, for that passionate self that you are, that is very infectious with many other things around. And I speak over your life even more, that you can impart many other young women that are they're still trying to find their identity and their purpose. And we can easily say that due to dark times or breakup, we can help ourselves find
and everything
the true meaning of who we are.
Yes, I like that.
Thank you, Carolina.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.